The Toyota IQ is a transverse-engine, front-wheel drive city car manufactured by Toyota and marketed in a single generation for the Japanese domestic market, Europe and North America, where it was marketed as the Scion IQ. A rebadged variant was marketed in Europe as the Aston Martin Cygnet. Designed at the Toyota European Design and Development Studio in Nice, France, the IQ is noted for its specialized engineering to maximize passenger space, while minimizing exterior length. The design accommodates 3 passengers and provisionally a 4th, under very tight conditions. Following a concept presentation at the 2007 Frankfurt Auto Show, the production IQ debuted at the March 2008 Geneva Auto Show. Japanese sales began in October 2008 and European sales in January 2009. In 2008, the IQ was named the Japanese Car of the Year. The name IQ, an initialism of the term intelligence quotient, recalls a competitor, the Smart 420. Overview: the IQ design emphasizes low fuel consumption, maneuverability, environmental friendliness, and maximized interior space. 6 specific design factors contribute to IQ's minimal overhangs: forward windscreen location, maximized cabin space and overall compactness, a newly developed differential mounted further forward than usual, a center takeoff steering gear, a flat fuel tank positioned underneath the cabin floor, rear-angled shock absorbers to encroach less on rear passenger space, a smaller heater air conditioning unit mounted centrally behind the asymmetric dashboard, a slimmer seat design. The IQ features a transmission's differential housing located ahead of, rather than behind, the engine. A starter motor incorporated in the engine's flywheel, a high-mounted steering rack and a compact, high-located air conditioning unit behind the dashboard central area. The arrangement allows the front passenger to sit forward of the driver, giving increased rear passenger legroom. A shallow underfloor fuel tank reduces rear overhang. Because of its overall width and engine displacement, the IQ is classified in its home market as a supermini, though its length complies with carry car dimensional regulations. Production of the Scion IQ EV was to be limited to 100 units for special fleet use in Japan and car-sharing demonstration projects in the U.S. Deliveries of the all-electric version with a range of 80 km began in the U.S. in March 2013. KGJ10/NGJ10 Body styles The 2-seat version was only sold in Japan. Body colors Engines The 1.0L engine is similar to the engine in Toyota Aygo. The IQ achieves 65.69 mpg by European standards. UK models include only petrol engines. Early Japan models include only 1.0L 3-cylinder engine. 1.33L engine option was added beginning in 2009. The car is capable of fitting 1.6L 4-cylinder engine. Models with the 1.33L engine include start and stop system, however, only with the manual transmission. Transmissions Japan models include only CVT transmission. Technical details Safety The IQ includes 9 airbags, dual frontal airbags, front seat-mounted side torso airbags, side curtain airbags, front passenger seat cushion airbag, a driver's knee airbag and a newly developed rear curtain airbag to protect back seat passengers' heads from rear-end collisions. Vehicle stability control, traction control, anti-lock brakes, brake assist, and electronic brake force distribution come standard. In 2013, Vehicle and Operator Services Agency voted the Toyota IQ as top 3-year-old car most likely to pass its first Ministry of Transport roadworthiness test. Concept cars FTEV concept The Toyota FTEV concept was unveiled at the January 2009 North American International Auto Show. It is a battery electric concept vehicle with an estimated capacity of 50 miles. Toyota plans to launch the production version of FTEV in 2012. A slightly modified version was shown as the FTEV2 at the October 2009 Tokyo Motor Show. IQ Customized car The This is a family of Toyota IQ custom body kits in Japanese market. Modelista MAXi includes custom front bumper, side skirt, rear bumper. Modelista Mixtra includes custom B-pillar shadow, mirror cover, back window panel, side door trim. Modelista Mixtra side make set only includes custom mirror cover and side door trim. Toyota IQ GAZ00 Racing tuned by MN equals. This is a limited version for Japanese market. It included 1,329 cubic centimeters i4 engine, 6-speed manual transmission, stiffer sports suspension that lowers its ride height by 30 mm, rear disc brakes, raised 16x 5.5 in aluminium wheels with 175/60 R16 tires, enhanced brakes, stiffening brace, tachometer, aluminium pedals, rear spoiler, GRMN emblem, sport exhaust system. The GAZ00 Racing package adds a front bumper spoiler, side mud guards, rear bumper spoiler center muffler, Toyota front fog lamps, original decal, front sport seat covers. The vehicle was unveiled at the January 2009 Tokyo Auto Salon. The GAZ00 racing cars were sold through Toyota's Nets dealer channel. It has MSRP of A1,972,000 yen. IQ for Sports IQ Collection equals, these are show cars that demonstrate possibilities for customers to personalize their cars. IQ for Sports reflects modern urban chic through a purpose-made body kit emphasizing the IQ's broad stance, powerful geometry and clean sweeping lines. IQ Collection focuses on interior customization. The vehicles were unveiled at the 2009 Frankfurt Motor Show. Scion IQ equals. The Scion IQ concept car was built by 5-Axis based on the Toyota IQ and displayed in April 2009 at the New York Auto Show. It is based on the production Toyota IQ, has a 4-cylinder engine, 18 inches wheels and wide and wheel arches, with 11 airbags. The production Scion IQ debuted at the 2010 New York Auto Show and was marketed for model years 2008 to Euro 2015. GRMN IQ Racing Concept equals, the GRMN IQ Racing Concept was based on Toyota IQ GAZ00 Racing tuned by MN car sold in 2009, but with a supercharger and roll cage. The vehicle was unveiled in 2011 Tokyo Auto Salon. GRMN IQ Supercharger equals, it is a limited version of Toyota IQ for Japanese market, based on the Toyota IQ 130G mount. It included the supercharger found in the GRMN IQ Racing concept car. The prototype vehicle was unveiled in 2012 Tokyo Auto Salon. Scion IQ EV. A prototype of the Toyota IQ EV was exhibited at the 2011 Geneva Motor Show. The Scion IQ EV is the successor to the FT EV2 as an electric vehicle based on the Toyota IQ chassis. Toyota produced 3 generations of FT EV concept cars, and the IQ EV is a production version of those concepts, incorporating the technological and design strengths of all 3 models. The exterior of the production version is based on the FT EV3 concept shown at the 2011 Tokyo Motor Show. The U.S. launch of the Scion IQ EV was announced for 2012, and according to Toyota, for the initial rollout the IQ EV would not be available to individual consumers. Instead, the carmaker decided to focus on fleet customers and car-sharing programs. The IQ EV was scheduled to be produced at Toyota Euro unregistered trademark Takaka plant in Toyota City beginning in August 2012, and the initial production was planned to be limited to 600 units, with 400 staying in Japan, 100 units destined to the US and the other 100 for Europe. In September 2012 Toyota announced that due to customers' concerns about range and charging time, the production of the Scion IQ will be limited to 100 units for special fleet use in Japan and the US only, of which, 90 will be placed in American car-sharing demonstration projects. The IQ EV will be priced in the Japanese market at A3.6 million yen. The IQ EV EQ was scheduled to be released in both countries in December 2012. The first 30 units were delivered in the US to the University of California, Irvine in March 2013 for use in its zero-emission vehicle network-enabled transport car-sharing fleet. Since 2002 the ZEVNET program has been serving the transport needs of the Irvine community with all-electric vehicles for the critical last mile of commutes from the Irvine train station to the UC campus and local business offices. In September 2013, another 30 units were allocated to City Carshare to operate Dash, a 3-year pilot car-sharing program in Hacienda Business Park, in Pleasanton, California. Specifications Designed as a city commuting vehicle, the IQ EV has a lower battery capacity that also translates into a shorter charging time, allowing the car to be fully recharged in approximately 3 hours, and using fast charging, the battery can be recharged up to 80% capacity in only 15 minutes. The IQ EV has a 150-cell 12 kWh 277.5V lithium-ion battery pack that delivers a NEDC-certified range of 85 km, and rated 80 km in the US. Based on further development of Toyota's hybrid Synergy drive technology, the IQ EV's fully electric powertrain comprises an air-cooled, 47 kW electric motor generator, the 12 kWh battery pack, a 3 kW water-cooled battery charger, an inverter, a DC-DC converter and a motor speed reduction mechanism. Maximum torque of 163 Nm is delivered to the front wheels, giving the IQ EV0 a 100 km/h acceleration of 14.0 seconds and a maximum speed of 125 km/h. As all Toyota's full hybrid vehicles, the IQ EV is equipped with a regenerative braking system. The IQ EV has a minimum turning radius of just 4.1 meters and with a length of 3,120 millimeters, making the IQ EV just 135 millimeters longer than a standard IQ. The electric car shares the IQ overall width of 1,680 millimeters, height of 1,505 millimeters and wheelbase of 2,000 millimeters. High-tensile sheet steel has been extensively used in the body shell construction to minimize the additional weight caused by the lithium-ion battery pack, and as a result, the IQ EV weighs just 125 kilograms more than a standard 1.3 LCVT IQ. Fuel economy The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency rated the 2013 IQ EV with a combined fuel economy of 121 miles per gallon gasoline equivalent with an energy consumption of 28 kilowatts HRS/100 miles. The city rating is 138 mpge with an energy consumption of 24 kilowatts HRS/100 miles and 105 mpge with an energy consumption of 32 kilowatts HRS/100 miles for highway driving. As of December 2014, these ratings allow the 2013 IQ EV to be the second most fuel-efficient EPA-certified vehicle of all fuel types considered in all years behind the BMW i3. The IQ EV was ranked first in DOE EPA's 2013 Annual Fuel Economy Guide. Aston Martin Cygnet The Aston Martin Cygnet is a rebadged variant of the Toyota Scion IQ marketed by Aston Martin beginning with model year 2011 enabling Aston Martin to comply with the 2012 European Union imposed fleet average emissions regulations. The Cygnet was initially only marketed in the UK. Sales commenced in January 2011 and the market coverage was expanded to cover other European countries the following year. Sales will not be restricted. However, it is expected that demand from existing Aston Martin owners for Cygnet would initially take priority. Aston CEO Ulrich Bez recently announced shipping expectations of about 4,000 per year at a price of about £30,000 about 3 times as much as the IQ. Bez claims that the Cygnet demonstrates the company's commitment to innovation and integrity, whilst respecting the need to satisfy demands of emissions and space. The Cygnet features revisions to the exterior and interior and shares specifications with the IQ, having a 97 bhp 1.3L inline-4 engine. It produces 110 g of CO2 per kilometer and the fuel consumption is 58.9 mpg US. In September 2013, after just over 2 years of production, Aston Martin announced that it would stop production of their Cygnet city car. The Cygnet has been the second shortest-running production car in the history of Aston Martin after the 2012 Aston Martin Virage, which was only produced for a year. The Cygnet was cancelled due to disastrously low sales, with the car reaching only 150 units in the UK rather than its annual target of 4,000. References. External links, official websites for Aston Martin Cygnet, a Euro Canada, a Euro UK, a Euro US. Toyota IQ Australian press release, Gazoo Racing IQ.